Alright. Employee.
Okay, so do you guys have that, the treasurer's?
Yes.
Hannah made copies of it for her.
Okay.
So we have a draft. ISBA's and our current one.
Wasn't there something with the glasses?
I might still have one from the last time. too.
Perfect.
Or maybe not, I see a line on that
12:30?
one. I'll give you this one back.
Alright.
Okay, thank ya.
I almost called you, babe. I think I just got
Oh.
told I can.
It's been a long week already. I'm glad it warmed up for a little bit though, and the sun came out. And I was like,
Yes.
It's a
yay,
beautiful
hello,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so it looks like we started a portion of this, huh? Oh, bosses are still on work too. And
So
then-
remember, we were really trying to have this line out specific to the duties of the treasurer.
Right.
So, with hiring a new, or appointing a new.
Mm-hmm.
In the folder, 1230 folder, we do have some of the Idaho codes listed on there relevant to treasury duties.
Okay. Is it other than what was in?
Yeah, we
Oh, I
we have
see.
57-135, and then I don't think that one was on there. I think they only had the 700s on the treasurer job description.
Rosanna, when you put this together, did you blend the two?
You know what? This one was done a while ago, so no. This
Okay.
one was not blended, the 1230. Oh, yes, I did. I think the blue is what's blended. The blue is ISBA's.
Okay, so 5735. Did we reference that on the other?
Of which one?
The duties of the treasurer on the draft. So these strike-throughs, Rosanna, in the black, was that on this website that way, or that is something that
That
we
is-
already?
No, that is their update
Okay,
or whatever's different from their language to ours.
okay. Okay, so they did reference in the, that's so interesting, so they referenced in the text, title, 57, but they didn't put it in the references, okay? So I guess we'll do that. And are we doing this like before in the red? Is that what our additions are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this should be, what was that reference, 57 dash?
135.
135?
Treasurer's monthly report.
Anything we add will be in red.
I might as well start with that. And let's see, what were the other ones that you had in there?
ISBA has next to nothing
Right.
listed.
33701 is the
Mhm.
next one. Oh, did you wanna go with the 500 still, or or
With the 500?
yeah, 509 is duties of the treasurer, is that on there?
Yep, that's on there, 506, 509, 509A, 33705,
Then we have 701.
yep.
Are we adding all of those?
Well, if they pertain, but is 701, which part of 701, or is it the whole?
701 is warrant shall be signed by the treasurer.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe we should highlight, can I highlight this? No, not unless I download it, darn it. Is there any other reference other than that in here? Yes, and check shall be signed by the treasurer or assistant treasurer, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we'll just do 3370111.
And then 7015 also.
Yep. I'll take this out, go there. 33701, so we can do here. What is it? Fiscal year payment and accounting of funds. I don't know why they did that, but okay. That's the way they want it. Alrighty, and then 33509 was in there. I'm gonna see what that.
509 and 509A, duties of the treasurer and assistant treasurer.
And Ramona, we also have section 5.
Of 701?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't go down far enough. Oh yeah, for the, okay. And 702. Okay, 7015 and 702, so 7011 and 5. That's gonna be funky. And 702 also. 702 school warrants, how drawn? And is it just the whole thing? Yes.
Treasurer shall endorse.
Yeah. 703, 704. So the 705 particularly is 7053. So 705.3.
That's activity funds.
Yep. Here, yep.
I'm good if I put a space in there between the 5 and the 3.
Yeah, that's fine, go ahead. I guess I have to list them all. 702. Wait, let me go back. 704. Okay, so 702 is fine, then 703. There's only one school where it's not one. Oops. No, understand Google. Okay, I don't want you to automatically do that. We're gonna have to fix this. I don't know why it won't. Should be closer. And then 703 is
Call warrants for payment.
it's just the whole portion. Okay. And then we have 704. Oops, 3. Is it warrants not presented within 2 years? And then 705 is there. Okay. Now I guess the other question is, in looking at the job description document, all approved budgetary transfers. Oh, 7 and 8 got put back up there. Weird. Okay. You know, the interesting thing is on that job description, it says depositing funds to banks designated by the board. I'm gonna highlight that because I don't know that the board is ever
Right.
designated. That wording probably needs to be changed or.
So I should know this, but I can't remember. Did the job description get approved already? No, we're still in that process. Okay. It just says revise, so it threw me off a little bit.
Right.
Okay. I didn't
I
think
think we had a prior,
Right.
and then, but yeah.
But we talked about it and saying it has to come back, but it didn't
No,
come back. Okay,
we
that's
just
what
got
I
a
thought.
bunch of
Okay. Yeah.
templates from
Right.
Brian.
I think you could put approved by the board or
Right,
you know,
right.
something like that, because I mean, you know, Michelle has to sign off on
Right, everything.
all of that, but I mean, you kinda go with the one that has had all your stuff and
Right.
it's user friendly.
Yeah, I don't know that the board has a preference. So we'll just, do this, we'll just strike that.
Are these bold ones supposed to be the changes? Is that the sense you're getting?
I don't remember, I don't know, I
Are
think,
you comfortable if I just put these in red, cause then it aligns with
Sure.
our coding
Yeah,
for
go ahead.
policy?
yeah, I don't know if that is true or not, I guess we could look at, oh, did they take it off, SD?
I think,
There's-
Trustee Bain looked at it and worked on it for a while, and I think she did additions to the
Okay,
document.
yeah, that's what I thought too,
I mean, it just, because they're different, it makes me think that that might be new language,
mhm.
but we can leave it the way it is.
No, you're fine, go ahead. Did they still remove all of the job descriptions off the website, or did they ever put it back? I know we went back and forth on this, but I don't remember
I'll
what
look
the,
right now and tell you.
what the final,
So I just made those red and I'll pull up the other one in
Okay.
case there. No, they're still on the website.
are they, okay.
Mhm.
So where are they on the website, are they?
So if you go under, human resources,
Okay,
but
Yep.
I don't see treasurer on here.
I don't think that one was on there.
I think there's always been a draft, I don't know if there's ever formally been, or at least it's not added here. It's not listed. Let me see if we can find an older one that was way back when.
okay.
Yeah, no, I can't find one. Let me see if I have a draft of one.
Oops, it doesn't need to be highlighted though.
Ramona, I'm gonna send you the old one. It'll pop up in your email.
Okay, was it out there somewhere, or?
No, I just found it in my drive.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't know that it's ever been posted, but it's not
Okay.
public. But it does look pretty different than this one. I mean, it has 1 through 8, that's all pretty much the same, but it's 1 through 12 that's different.
Okay,
This one just has 1 through 5. So this must have been the one that Randy revised.
okay, yep. Yep, okay.
Pretty simplistic.
Okay, yeah, see, so under duties and responsibilities, so they had. So this one said, deposited funds to banks designated by the board. Keep accurate, complete records of all funds received. So what does this
Mhm.
one say?
This one, that's number 4 on this one.
Oh, okay,
They pulled it down.
okay. So they look pretty much word for word then, they just sort of some rearranging and
I
adding.
mean, 1 through 12, it's really 1 through 5, and then it looks like if it was Trustee Bain or whomever,
Mhm.
they added more, but yeah, for the most part, they look the same.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. And just double check if there's any wordsmithing differences that are significant. Yeah, not that one.
And then we probably need to just take, is there reports too? Yes. All of these. Copy them over. To here. Ah, what in the world? Oh, that's not pretty.
The only one that's missing on here, is, the other one said oversee and assistant treasurers, and that one's been removed. I can't find it on, oh no, it says control, number 9, control, supervise, and direct assistant treasurers.
Right, okay.
So pretty much, there's just a little different in language.
This does not, I do not want justified. Oh, that's why, 'cause this did not. Oops. That thing's gonna screw us up, Harvey. Come on. There we go. Oh, they all just started like that, darn it. I was hoping we could reformat the bottom of that so it'd be a little easier, but I guess they're all like that, so we have to stick to the same format. It acts like it's justified, but it's not. I don't know why it's. Yeah, what is causing that? Is it this
I don't
tab
know.
stop?
Maybe.
Can you pull your,
What if I pull these over
There we go.
and I pull this over? Is that helping?
Well,
Cause
these,
then you can do this.
yeah, and then this, see these tab stops that are in here? How can we delete those?
I think I have to keep moving it.
Well,
Where's
if
the
we
format?
just,
go to format.
pull them all over.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your ruler? You can move things around with the ruler.
Yeah, it's up here at the top.
Those tabs are making it weird.
Yeah, it's those stops that are in there. These right here. Can you see that up there? Oh, you can't see.
Yeah, no. Who's,
Oh, and I can see the ruler. Oh, because the ruler's turned off on this view.
yeah.
That's
it's
why.
On your view.
Here?
There you go, show
Show
ruler,
ruler.
perfect. So you can move the tabs around using the arrows and that little.
Right, but they, put your cursor down there, Rosanna, or maybe
Here?
she already pulled them all out.
I think I fixed it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did it the old-fashioned
That's the
space
way I
bar
do
way.
it.
Might be a little ghetto fabulous, but it worked.
Okay, so those are all though on there. And I think the main thing we were concerned about is spelled out in those, but let's read through the actual,
There's formatting stuff at the top.
the, policy.
Yeah, there is. Hold on. I think it's fixed.
Oh, is that even a numbered,
I don't think so.
no, it's not. That's
Mhm.
what's wrong with it. So what if you did this? And did this, and then get rid of these.
Oh, well done.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
There, okay. And probably the same here. Right, they don't need to be bold now that we've got them red, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And I don't think any of them shall be italicized.
What do
And
you
so
think
is
the
this the
reasoning
same
for-
thing?
What do you think the reasoning for the underline is?
I'm not sure. I'd have to think what we might have discussed.
Do you wanna just
Um,
leave it?
Is there any like, oh, it's a job description, never mind. I was gonna say, were they links at any time? Okay.
Where they went?
Links, like.
Oh,
Links
gotcha.
to an assistant treasurer's.
I think they
duties.
were underlined because, of discussions that the board had.
Mm.
I know the one, the number 11, this isn't a numbered, yeah, that's why I'm removing all these and then we'll number it. That number 11 was one of the main talking points. What is going on?
Oops, sorry.
Should we change this to, the red?
Oh,
Just for,
yeah.
Consistency.
The red.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure why those were underlined, maybe Michelle might,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And there's no, there aren't any, notes on this, huh?
Mm-mm.
Attached to it somewhere, okay, let's see,
Oh, let me see if there's any comments. Mm-mm. Nope.
yeah, that looks like that's how she actually submitted it. I don't see. Wow, that's starting to wake up on the talk.
There's no at will.
'Cause it's an
information.
appointed
Oh.
position. And that other, all of that information would be on the actual application.
Oh.
Um, But interestingly enough, the old one that I just came across is an old one. And it did have terms of employment on it.
Yes, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at an old draft.
Yeah.
That had the employment at
Of the
will.
treasurer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were they trying to just blend it? Is that when they were talking about blending the
I don't know, but maybe, let's
accounts.
see, how can we,
specialist with the treasurer?
I'm gonna put this out there in,
Maybe. Yeah, 'cause this one I'm looking at has a lot more of, more duties.
yeah, what is the policy number of that?
1230?
1230, okay, I'm gonna put this, that one we're actually looking at that was tied to that email. I'll put that in the historical versions. Oh, I don't wanna add a shortcut, I wanna actually put it there. It's so difficult.
You wanna move the file revised somewhere?
No,
Oh,
we have one that was given to us in an email. Let me just, I'll put it back there in a second. And then I will put it in the 1230 revised. Okay. Alrighty, it's in there. Maybe you can open that one, Rosanna, so they can see that one.
On the job description and the policy.
Okay, perfect, thanks.
We waited, before we hopped over to, the really fun one, the, 3281.
Okay.
In light of the AG's letter to ISBA and ISBA's response to the AG,
Yeah.
I thought was, important enough that we should probably discuss that before we move forward on that. So I didn't wanna go that way, until you got here, so you were could be
Perfect.
part of that conversation. So we're just trying to pull together the treasurer's job description and the, that other thing we work on, policy,
Okay.
that goes with it. And then we just found this older, quite older, job description here that has the terms of employment attached to it, and there's a note at the bottom of that one. And then, let me see here. You know, that's interesting. So the reports to back then was to the superintendent and the board of trustees.
Right.
Mhm. The new one says for the treasurer reports to chief of finance and operations and the board of trustees. The treasurer.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't think statutes, other than reporting to the board, I don't think it states who they should report to.
Okay.
So that was a change. I don't know what we wanna do with that, if we wanna leave it
I think we need to change it back.
to the superintendent and the board.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if that's what's supported by statute, then that's what we're.
Well,
That's what our
definitely, definitely the board.
Thank you, excuse me. Right.
Yeah, and it's not, so I'm gonna strike through that and I'm gonna put this in red. We'll say the super.
Question, is there a way I can print something off of my phone?
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you wanna send it to me and I'll,
I've been trying to send it, and because I have Verizon, it's message failed, message failed. So it's driving me nuts, and so I thought if I could just print it
Do you
out.
have a Adobe Scan on there?
Probably not.
the kicker will be is you're probably not set up to one of the printers, that's
No,
the
I
issue.
have codes for them all. So if
But her
from
phone
your-
has to talk to it.
No, I was gonna say email it to your your email, and then you can print it from your laptop.
Can you
I can
ping
try
off
it.
the district Wi-Fi?
Well, she's accessing it, but if her phone isn't set up to
Okay.
print, then she has to set that up first. Otherwise, if you can get it to an email, we can print from there,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
super easy.
Or you could screenshot it and
Mhm.
text it to Lynn.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
Lynn
could do
could email
that.
it to herself.
That's a-
Wait,
That's
so-
all. That's
Good
good
job.
job.
I do a lot of
Yeah.
screenshotting.
I like that.
Yeah, I have the Adobe app on my phone, so makes all that weird.
Mhm.
See if this sends.
I like the way this old job summary talks.
It's sent via email. Couldn't text for nothing.
To your email?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect.
There's a tower out,
So,
Is there?
or, yeah, something's going on with Verizon that they're like,
Something's always going on with Verizon.
So this is,
they're overloaded. That's
what do we
it is.
mark our old policy stuff with? Is it in blue? I know ISBA's is, so our old, or the job description, I'm sorry, said, to handle all of the district's monies, accounting for all receipts and expenditures. This says a lot of fluffy words. This position is appointed by the Board of Trustees to ensure that the school district derives maximum educational dividends from the prudent expenditure of every dollar. Which is true, but I don't know if we want to use
Fluffy
that or not.
versus to the point.
If it's appointed, does it really matter?
Oh yeah, see, so does this say that?
I wish I were not quite so inept. Okay. What about this thingy? Oh, that's where it is. There.
Can you go to the old one and let's look through that. Go down to the yeah. So I thought that was interesting right there too, is that
Which one number?
one,
Okay.
because it says in accordance with the provisions of the public depository law, which was exactly what we were talking about the whole time. See, render a monthly report to the board giving a detailed, see, this did exist. This was the job description. It's supposed to be the amounts of the warrants issued, the accounts from which they were drawn, and the balance of each account. There's the annual report. I mean, this was exactly what I think the board was talking about the whole time. So,
Did we create a drive for everyone? What's it called?
I found
Was
a
it
new
shared?
one, Ramona,
We didn't, because
that
we
Brian
shouldn't have what we
updated
wanted
in
to focus
June
on.
of
Mhm,
last year.
mhm.
Okay with it,
And
so.
that one has 21
labeled it.
duties,
Mhm.
major duties and responsibilities. So there's like maybe an even third one now.
Let me show you what did.
This one only goes to
What I was gonna
14.
ask at the end.
Mhm.
So.
So can you put,
he can
just put it in the historical
Okay.
Okay.
and pull it up there so we can see?
Policy, so then here's the warehouse, and so anything that we're working on, it's right there. So
Oh,
it's so much
perfect.
ours, 3,000,
Okay.
and then, so that's February, and then we can keep going and adding
Perfect.
those dates, but then we thought we could share so any supplemental things to that, cause so everything in here would be all things we're working on, so they can see it, and then we can send it out a week in advance, just like when she sends
Okay.
that, they can have it and start playing around with it too.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
how-
no,
Is that how
yeah.
you envisioned it,
Yeah.
kind of? Yeah,
That
but we
would be
just wanted to make
perfect.
sure you were good with doing that, so we
Yeah.
could have this be a part of what Rosanna sends out.
Okay, so it's in board policy.
So it's, so remember we have, here's your, you guys have access to all this, here's our month at a glance. This is our green sheet, so this is the sheet that we kind of work off of as things come up, we just start adding it to the list of
Right.
everything we wanna do, so it's more of our tracker now instead of
Okay.
what you guys get, cause you get the
Okay.
at a glance. And then we have the policy committee, we have, here's the policy key,
Oh, okay.
here's stakeholder input, and then obviously all of the policies.
Huh, so I became the owner of this? It must have been an old one that I had that I shared with them.
As you go.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so I just need to find board policy.
Yeah.
Cause it's not in the my shared drive.
Okay.
No, it's in the drive shared with you.
Rosanna. Yeah. Michelle liked the folder,
Oh, great.
so we'll start sending that out a week in advance.
1 week in advance.
Just like, so anything that's related to our February, like when we do the March one, you and I can talk about it when we do our policy prep, but Michelle was good with that.
Well, I thought the treasurer one was gonna be easy, but it's not turning out to be so easy.
That's why we allotted an hour. We figured it wouldn't be. There's a lot to it.
Well, the thing is that, the one that was updated is
Mhm.
good, cause it hit a lot of points, but this older one, looks like that I shared out with them, I've had at some point, it must have been on the website, that's when I downloaded all those, but it literally details pretty much these line items, 1
Yeah.
through 9, 10, wherever they go to down there through 14.
But do you feel like this
Um,
older one encompasses all the things of the new one, it just has more detail, or do you feel like they're completely separate and we need to merge them?
I think they need to be merged.
Okay.
Because this carries more of the language of the statute itself.
Okay.
But for instance, there's there would have to be one that was changed. Yeah, the number 5, serve as the custodian of school monies, receiving and promptly depositing and holding in trust. We'd have to probably get a little clarification on that because we allow or we approve the resolution for, the schools to have their own.
Well, will you guys move to the next one? Do you want me to start merging this and we can always come back to it while you're talking about the next thing? Cause I can merge the two
Okay,
if you want me to do that, cause
yeah. What do you think, Michelle? Rosanna,
Mhm. Can you send this to me, Rosanna, please?
it's in the, history, it's in the historical
In our
docs of the,
1230?
yep,
Okay.
And then where's the one that you had from, Brian,
Here, I
right
just
there?
put this one, yeah.
Okay.
can merge it really fast and then we can.
Well, and we also need to remember that some of what was put on here because this is Brian's expectation of the treasurer, not necessarily the board's. So because the accounting specialist is doing position of the treasurer, that's why some of it may be cattywampus. I do think going back to
Yeah.
what the traditional structure within the statute is,
Mm-hmm.
and then,
I agree.
you know,
Yep.
as further assigned at the bottom or something like that,
Right.
I think is more
Yeah.
appropriate than,
Yeah, so this was, we can close that one and just bring up the old one. The PDF there. Oh, I see she already did a doc out of it.
Yeah,
she's
Um,
messed.
but I have to fix it because it was a PDF
Right.
convert,
Mhm.
it's wonky, but that won't take any time.
Right, yep.
So do you want me to just start putting it in and then I can put the other one in red so you just know that it's different and then we can start merging?
Yeah. Mainly the responsibilities, can you,
Right.
maybe just open the PDF and let her work on that one? Yeah, let's just look at this. That's pretty much, I'm not too worried about the qualifications things, it was more of those, yeah, if you can scroll down there, right there. It was more of these, duties and responsibilities that seem to align
With statute.
with statute, yep, mm-hmm. And then there were some things that, I think trustee Bain had added to
Mm-hmm.
the draft that, were good also. So yeah, we might just have to, my phone just kicked me out.
Just going to pull it and put it at the top.
Did you see ISBA's version for the treasurer?
I'm not sure if I have.
It's not very good.
It's very weak. I mean, basically, the treasurer shall account for the deposit of all monies of the district. That's about it.
There you go.
And, you know, shall be placed under a fidelity bond. That's it. There you go. Alright. It does say that they'll have duties as prescribed by the board, but if you're not writing that down, who knows what they're doing?
Right. Right, exactly.
Sorry, I'm being annoying, but you can't help it. It's loud.
That's okay. Okay, so I am going to print to the Find Me Konica. Just need to remember what's my username?
If you can't remember, just let me know and I'll do it. You just have to send it to me.
This in. Had it somewhere important. Rosanna, if you can go into the board policy,
Up here,
um,
or on my personal computer?
on your computer, if you can go into board policy under the policy committee folder, I just put a PDF in there that I would like to print out for everyone. Because I got it, and I have no idea if this is where we want to go. It was sent to me today, that I felt was worth taking a read on. Do you see it?
I see it.
Perfect.
Printed.
Okay.
If you guys wanna go into the doc that I, put together, it's done.
Oh.
Oh.
30.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Remembering that the way that this reads looks a little bit different as far as,
Did you give it a new name?
no, I need to. The other one looks better where it says reports to and job summary, but this says primary, so we can play with that formatting, but this has everything that was on both.
So we're back to the,
I added all the red and then I added all the narrative at the bottom.
okay.
I don't feel like they overlap much. I mean, at the very bottom where it talks about some of the receipts and stuff, it might, but, it's a little bit more detailed at the bottom. The only thing I need to make sure I have represented is the post high school training, must be eligible, experience.
We're having a long moment because I don't see it. Four. Where are you? Four is not here. In my little wonder place. Sorry. Treasure. There we go. There we are.
Oh, I keep losing connection. That's pretty frustrating.
Whoa. 25. Thank you.
Okay. Most of it is represented now. Oh, and I'll do all the work at the bottom. Okay, that one's interesting.
Ooh, I don't like this. I should have read it more.
Well, that's, I mean, all you have to do is read it and see. Okay, so now I'm connected but no internet. Oh, now I have internet.
You don't like the new one?
Oh, no, no, no. I'm reading something completely different.
Oh.
This, sorry.
You're both.
I'm having a moment. Yes, it's a crisis moment. Yeah, it's really hard for me to jump in the middle of where we're at. I just would prefer you keep going with what you're doing.
What is the name of this guy? 041 doc?
So
Yeah,
Ramona,
04
Yep.
treasure doc.
Okay.
this one just, oh, I don't understand why it's doing that. That's annoying.
What?
The very bottom. They added 33.512 governance of schools. That's not on here. And
Okay.
then the other one they added is 33.1210 information on past job performance. So,
Hmm.
which is interesting. So.
Oh, so the 510 is the appointment of the treasurer.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we should reference that.
The
so-
formatting my computer's not going to work well.
It is.
Make me mad. Okay, what do we want to call this? Should I say revised?
Put tonight's date in.
There you go.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know why they did that. So the treasurer is not mentioned in 33.510. It references the annual meeting, but it doesn't talk about. It talks about a quorum and transacting business and blah blah blah. So that I don't think is
You
relevant.
mean 510 or 1210?
510. Is that what you said?
No, 1210.
Oh, 1210.
If you highlight it and then clear formatting and then reformat it, it might resolve your issues. Did you do that? Okay, well, I'm just helping. I'm just helping.
It won't let me, I try, like, you wanna try?
I'll
See?
try because, you know,
Oh,
you
I
know
see.
how
Information.
inept I am with this lovely little program.
I can't, it goes over and then it won't come back.
Come back, little Sheila.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Okay.
1210 is information on the
Looky
past
there.
job performances, but it's
Uh-huh.
specifically
See, it
relative
keeps doing the same thing.
to
We just make 'em
teachers.
all that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's, yeah, that's what I was thinking is.
So I don't think it's applicable in this instance.
No.
Do you feel like we could take that one off?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Say bad words?
We're recording then?
You just said I was going to, I didn't
Oh,
say.
okay.
Thank you for though having me back. Would not be appropriate.
Oh. Well, isn't that interesting? Well, yeah, I have a passion for format, but I think I might just.
I don't
Well,
know what
here
to
we
do.
can fix it. Here. Let's do this.
We're just gonna have an easy, swift little quick fix and we've been pining away.
I don't know what 512 is on there for treasurer either.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
ISBA has 33, 506, 509, and 509A. Just in case anybody cared.
Did you say 509 and 509A?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Just wanting to do that funky spacing.
Yeah.
I did try to fix the top spacing with the numbers because they weren't formatted.
Oh, nice. And we have different fonts and different sizes.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
I just merged them all.
You did an awesome job.
Yeah, you're right. You got the kind of line.
Because we have all these, they're not tabs, they're spaces.
See,
Yeah.
that's why you never space. You always
Yeah.
tab.
As I'm going.
She wasn't here for that. She
Oh.
didn't see you.
Saw it just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, she
and
saw
I'm
me.
like, stop.
That's why she said, have you tried this? Well, all else fails you hit the space bar.
Ramona did it. She did a beautiful job.
They're not quite, but okay.
So am I to understand, under the major duties and responsibilities, that which is listed in red is what was on the new one that got created?
Ramona just added those
Oh, okay.
tonight.
Okay.
Ramona, we have 509 twice, so do you want it on the top or do you want it on the fourth line?
Oh, because it was on this one?
Yeah.
Well, as long as they're sequentially in order, so this 512 probably needs to come out of here.
I just didn't wanna mess with
9, okay, so I'll do this. 9 and then 12 should go in here.
You might wanna check
And
12, I
then-
didn't see anything regarding the treasurer there.
Okay, and then, this comes out of here
But it was
too.
in, oh, did you say 512 as well, or just 509 and 509A? And ISBA's?
They have listed
Oh, yeah.
506,
Mhm.
509, and 509A. They don't have 512. Oopsies.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I think if the policy is just delineated
Okay.
with the expectations of what the board wants from the treasurer, then we're good.
So I guess that's the other thing we should, I'll just strike through it, won't delete it, okay.
Are you guys good if I bring this out of the historical version and put it in the active version?
Yes, yep,
Otherwise, we're
We
gonna
don't do
search for it and
anything.
can't find it.
right.
Doing a thing. Okay, now you can do it.
Oh, are you serious? Ay, okay. This isn't,
Numbered.
no. This one is not, so do this.
There we go.
Yep, just this, okay. I don't remember what the underlines were for. Do you remember what those were for, or those just? I think this is
Is that
part
what-
of the one that
Trustee Bain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't remember, what the explanation of the underline was. Other than those look to me like, the main issues that we had, spoke about before. So this is duplicate, so we could probably strike through this. Do we want to just delete it or strike through it because it's redundant?
If it's redundant, just remove it.
Okay.
I think it's just redundant because we merged them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think the very last one
Yeah.
says,
Perform other duties as assigned.
yeah.
Seek assistance should emergencies arise. Oh, isn't that common sense?
Yeah.
I mean, see, okay, major duties and I represent the school district in the, I don't think that's a major duty. I think that's common sense.
Yeah. This reads more like, well, just that if you were advertising for a position instead of.
Okay. Yeah, well, let's not do that. I mean, let's
Yeah.
not.
So this is the job description. That we're gonna try and make this description in the policy pretty much align. That's the goal anyways. Okay.
Oh, this is a job description.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Because we didn't
this
have-
isn't the policy.
No, but we have the policy up there too, which we also just added all the statutes to.
Oh.
So I pulled them all
See,
over.
I'm
Yep, so we gotta remember, cause we didn't have either
right. The
one.
job description is significant because we just appointed the person to
Right.
the position.
Right, and we never had one that was adequately,
Correct.
um,
I'm all thinking it's a policy. That was my problem.
Yeah, we,
Bless you.
so this portion right here, 16,
service custodian.
Yeah, the board actually appoints by, or accepts the resolution. Oh, I don't see it up on the website. Let's see. These are assistant treasurer, oh, so it's assistant treasurers actually.
We don't have a board secretary.
Oh, you don't?
No.
No, we just have the clerk.
Oh, you take all the notes at board meetings?
Yeah, so,
Or
We change that to
a
clerk
board
of the
president, this is supposed to
yeah,
be.
but the warrants are only signed by
By the chair.
the chair and,
So you can just say
Brian.
board chair.
oh no, not Brian, the board and the treasurer.
Signed by the board chairman. Let's put an and right here. No. What are you doing? Chair of the board, that's what it should be. Should I say, oh, I'll just say treasurer, I was gonna say appointed treasurer, but I guess we just leave treasurer.
Thank you. There's no one up there.
Yeah, well, we gotta get rid of this whole thing though, because here's an interesting thing. So by resolution, appointed is assistant treasurers. But those assistant treasurers, so maybe that is correct, because the assistant treasurers are specifically for the activity funds for each school.
And they're more in control of their local school site.
So I'm not sure about this, then we probably maybe need clarification of that. The custodian of the school monies.
Which one are you on?
16, the job description. The highlighted portion.
Yeah. Well, what statute say? Doesn't statute say they serve as the custodian of school money?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And 57,
It's misspelled on the ISBA one too.
Of course it is. We need to run away from them far
yeah.
quickly.
I was
and
thinking
fast.
that today. Did anybody see that we made Fox News?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, it's
Who
online.
made Idaho or Lakeland?
Yeah.
What?
Both.
Both?
Both?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
on, for this, or maybe it was just Idaho, maybe Lakeland was first, I don't know. It had everything to do with this, this policy which we were gonna try and get to tonight, the,
Idaho schools are being told to
3281.
disclose is it the instructed to keep parents in the dark about students' gender
Yes.
and name transitions?
yes,
Yeah, that wouldn't be Lakeland.
yeah.
You were not included in that law.
Yeah, no, I think I read that.
Yeah, so, and then we,
Yeah, I don't think it's not, it's just Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Idaho.
Is it
It-
because
it
of this
does-
ISB
Yes.
3281?
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
does name
Because
a
that's
few
what it
other
says,
districts,
so.
but we are not one of them.
right,
Yeah, no. Because we're not adopting it. And I guess a lot of districts down south have adopted it blindly
mhm,
and been like, oops, maybe we shouldn't.
Well, because they just take the whole update.
I know, and that's what our district did many moons ago, which is why we have to clean everything up,
Right.
because some people didn't read these.
Yeah, well, if we get to the letter ISBA, it's quite interesting, their response to, the AG pretty much says that, they only hand these out when they're asked for them.
Huh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah. Those that,
Oh, so they strongly recommend their policies?
ISBA.
Uh-huh.
This one says policies adopted on gender identity and sexual orientation in Bull, Chalice, Marsh Valley, Middleton, and Wilder school districts say an employee could be demoted or even fired for violating the student's confidentiality, so they're not allowed to tell the parents.
Yeah, no, that's not acceptable.
anyways, I will
The
get,
parents are
I
on
could
a
get
need to
signed.
know basis.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
That's wrong on so many levels.
yeah, well then that, also that video that circulated
You scared me for
a
a
year
second.
ago,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I saw that. I didn't respond to the person. But
yeah,
saw
I
that
did,
again.
yeah, and then they sent the link because I thought it was that, but I have not responded to them and said,
Yeah.
we're aware of this person, I don't even think that person's employed here.
I don't know.
Anymore, but anyways,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
And I do think that, that particular video is a little misleading if you
Extremely.
if you isolate what the person says
Yeah.
from Lakeland,
Yeah.
and knowing, you know, I recognize the background, I'm
Where
like,
it
oh,
was.
so they're just
Yeah.
the person that checked the people in when they
Yes.
came in, like they
Yes.
weren't any
And that
Correct.
person is no longer-
administrator,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was a little misleading. So back to the treasurer here.
Read her own text.
The assistant treasurer is the 33,509.
Right, 57,107. Okay, is the definition of who the treasurer is. Okay. We'll just leave that and move on.
Well, I mean, and in your highlighted custodian of monies, I do believe that is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she is overseeing the assistant treasurers, she is still, the buck stops with this person as
Right.
the custodian of monies.
Right, I mean, I would assume that the treasurer oversees the assistant treasurers.
Yes.
Yes.
They
Um,
report to her
it
and all of it
says-
funnels through them.
Yeah, it says
She's
control,
the-
supervise, and direct.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, we added that, that was part of trustee Baines, I believe, her additions.
Yeah.
So, take off the highlight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, most of this, like the render annual report, the monthly reports, that's almost verbatim from the statute.
Okay.
Yeah, what exactly does that mean? Pay over the balance of school funds in his or her hands to his or her successor? Just hand it over, is that what they're saying?
I think so.
When you leave or you're not appointed or?
Yeah. You would just sign over.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, that's what happened. The form I had to sign
Right,
to take the old treasurer off.
I just haven't heard that pay over term. So, and this pretty much, I mean, we added the statute, I think this is, looks good to me, yeah, the description. We need to fix this, footer thing here, whoa.
So, Porter Thompson, we don't send this out for public input. Are we putting this on the March agenda for the board, or do you wanna add it to the February?
Let's add it to February because this needs to be done.
So this goes. same font. Which one is this?
While she's working on that, do we all wanna switch over to the policy and see if there's any changes there that you want?
Yeah, we will have to, do that for sure. Oops.
And that's the 1230 duties, right?
And that's the draft, yep, duties of the treasurer. So Ramona added all the additional policies at the bottom, that's really all we changed.
Okay.
It's this one right here, cause if we could put them side by side.
Well, your board's annual meeting's not in July, it's in January.
How come, don't we have a page count? I do not like this. Oops. I do not like this.
Formatting's weird tonight.
Sam, I am.
Is that second paragraph really weird?
The treasurer shall have such additional duties as shall be prescribed by the superintendent, that one?
Yeah.
Lots of
And the board
shells.
and shall perform those duties and responsibility outlined in their job description. Yeah, there are lots of shall.
Yeah, there's a lot of shalls.
There's like 3.
Well, and this really should be at the bottom, not the second paragraph.
Lucille. But thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
What do the other job descriptions look like? I know page numbers. Title. Bold.
I guess that shell is still there. Oopsies.
How'd you do that?
Just because I'm special. I just poke whatever button and whoo, look at what it does. The treasurer shall have additional duties as prescribed by the board. Okay.
What is this
Oh, wait.
font? Do they all look like that?
You can just say the.
Yeah. Thank you. I was just getting to type that in there. But my little thingy's all over the place.
Oh, that looks totally different.
Oops.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the job descriptions need help. The job description for the assistant sup for secondary education still says draft on it, but it's approved draft.
Nice.
Yeah, and its formatting is not completely, but very different than all the other ones, and it references policy, which I guess would be a good thing to reference the policy at the bottom of this. And it also has a place at the bottom for signature for when the person accepts, so I'm gonna put that on here also.
Okay. I struck it out because I moved it to the bottom because it doesn't seem appropriate right there.
No, I agree.
It's like, who did that?
Do we like the way the rest of this reads?
Actually, it should go to probably after those. Did this one go after those? Yeah, but they didn't have.
Money's dismissed building.
Okay. Which paragraph? 'Cause
Oh, you'll get to it.
Okay.
You'll find it. It's an Idaho code one.
Okay.
Evaluation.
Is invest the same thing as deposit? Yeah.
I don't know. I would see investment as something different than deposit.
That's what I was saying. I just didn't know you all invested monies.
I would hope so for my retirement.
Oh, yes. I just didn't realize. I didn't realize the treasurer had so much oversight.
It's a big job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it.
I mean, they take care of the people's money.
Yeah,
You
no,
know.
I didn't realize that.
That's why it's the duty of the board to appoint, because the board represents the people.
I mean, like, the whole, like, high school diploma, and then, I don't know, I'd be finding, like, an accountant or a financial officer.
Well, although it's a paid position, it's also an appointed position. Here's the technicality. Technically, it's an appointed position that the board can choose to pay.
Oh.
Yeah, obviously we pay the treasurer because they have a lot of responsibility.
How do you find them?
Just through the job description and an ad usually.
Oh, okay, so
You
people
know.
apply.
Yeah.
Oh, so then you
If
just
we need
interview
to.
and then appoint.
Yeah,
instead
but the
of, like,
last treasurer
fire.
that we had, she'd been here for 30
30
years.
something.
Oh, wow.
You know, so hopefully we're comfortable with somebody in-house that's already part of the accounting team.
Yeah.
You know, they're familiar with all of that,
Yeah.
so you aren't training and.
There's a lot of nuances with just school funding and monies and.
All the different little buckets for
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All
Are you
right.
good with this?
I'm good. How about you, Ramona?
Sure.
So my next question is are we gonna marry these two together and take them to the board for the February, or are we gonna send this out for
Don't
input?
know that the public can have input on the treasurer.
Or the
That's-
job descriptions.
We have made a couple of exceptions where we didn't send out for feedback,
Yeah.
so I feel like this
Right.
one would fit in that.
Yeah, the job descriptions and the,
What do you two think?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be over a lot of people's heads.
Okay.
yeah.
So are we comfortable bringing the job description and draft 1230 to the board for
Yes.
approval? Okay.
1230 just needs to have a footer.
Yep. Now I added to the, job description, all the other job descriptions have an approved by with the date and reviewed and agreed to by,
So
which
you
is
added
the
that on
employee.
there?
So I added that for uniformity.
Okay.
The other ones also have, for consistency, they also have a,
Roseanne, will you add all the formatting, like footing and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Take care of that tomorrow.
okay, so not all of them do, okay, so some of them made some type of reference, regarding salary,
Oh.
but not all of them. Well, it does say, so is this in the terms of employment period? Okay, so the at-will thing is in there, but, yeah, these, job descriptions need to be fixed.
Do you want me to ask Brooke and Morgan to start working on some uniformity with them?
Yeah, that's the problem, is they're not, and it's, you know, technically the board's job to do that too, but,
Yeah, okay, fine. Whatever.
So, yeah.
it looks like they started on a lot of them,
Mhm.
but then there's some things, and I know according to the position, they'll all be different, like, you know, some of them like this, salary and work year to be established by the board.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. Some of them is, you know, whatever salary the board establishes. So I guess that same statement would hold true in this one also. I'm gonna put that one in there because this is not certified or classified or any of that, which is established by something else, which is still established by the board, but.
Do you want me to ask them to start working on just maybe having some uniformity with headers and footers?
Yes,
and,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then font,
Uh-huh.
you know. And then if there is any, that's the other thing, if there is any, policy that,
That coincides.
correct, so on the, job description, we need to reference, this policy, 1230, duties of the treasurer. I guess we can just do this. Go down more. It's a little too close. There you go, 1230. Does that look fine? Can you scroll down there? There, so if I just add the
Mhm.
policies there. Is there any other that may be, what is, I guess we should reference 1200 because that does talk about the establishing the treasurer and the board at its direction may allow for compensation to the clerk and the treasurer. I wonder how the county treasurer would feel if we appointed him as our treasurer, because we can by statute, you know.
That'd be fun.
I don't wanna be present when you have that conversation.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll bring both of these to the,
Yeah, 1200. Oh,
I
this
was gonna
should
say
be
April, it's all February.
Please. February.
30. So this
Okay, so we
is-
have about 15 minutes. Do you guys wanna tackle the next one, or do you wanna just, this is gonna be a big one, do we wanna just wait and this will be on for next week?
Whatever we wanna do. I did task them with creating a folder, for y'all to have access to, so that if you wanna see what policies we're working on, you can start working on them then. Maybe pick a color that's not the red, green, blue.
Right.
So if you wanna make changes or suggestions, that way when we get here, we're not like starting at the ground, we're in process. Cause I greatly appreciate you guys coming here. I feel terrible that sometimes you're just sitting there waiting for us to figure it out. And it's
Format
like,
stuff.
yeah. So
Okay.
I want a more active participation from you guys to feel, kind of like
They're not wasting
we're
their
all
time.
doing something. Yeah.
So we made, when Rosanna sends out that February at a glance, she'll include the folder for you, so any current policies that we're working on that are on that projected list, she'll make a folder and you can start playing around with them and looking at them, and if you guys
And
want,
can
and
we-
you can add comments, you can do all
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roseanne, I'm not sure when you intend to send that out, but I'd really preferred if it were way sooner than later. So like not just a couple days before the meeting?
Yeah, so Lynn
Um,
and I, we've been discussing that, and we used to do it a week ahead, and then we decided to do it, it was the Monday for the Wednesday, so do you want it a week ahead still?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because that way, I mean, I don't know everyone's schedules, and I don't want someone to feel like they don't have enough time to actually look into it and do their own research, because that's, the more input we can have, the better these policies will be.
Well, and honestly, if we send it out, so like the February one, that we can send that one out when we create that, so like when March comes, that very first policy meeting in March, depending on when the date falls, it could be less than a week, so we could make sure that first one, but then if we make the folders for the entire month, you'd
Right.
actually have it for the whole month, and then we could do it then, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if we make any tweaks, we can update it, but then you're looking at, you have access to everything at that month at a glance. That would be the easiest. We just need to
Yeah.
make sure that first time, it's a week before, so you know, so we just need to make sure we send out the month at a glance a week before the first policy meeting of the month. Perfect. That all made sense to you guys, my
Yes.
convoluted explanation,
No.
sorry.
It does.
All good.
I have a question. So on the duties of the treasurer, the policy, should we also reference policy 1200, which talks about appointing the treasurer and paying the treasurer? Because all we referenced are all of the statutes. So that's the,
So on the job description?
no, on the, Rosanna, can you click the, yep. Yeah, so there's no policy reference on the policy to the other policy that talks about the treasurer. So I'm asking, should we add policy here?
Which policy would that be?
1200, the annual meeting, appointing the treasurer and paying the treasurer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Let's make it ease. Oh, those aren't tabbed over, darn it.
So we will tackle the next big one next time. Sorry it took us so long, you guys.
Yeah, what, 3 months?
Well, I was just saying, just we estimated 45 minutes.
That
on the treasurer.
policy has been on the table
I know.
forever.
Well,
and
was
it's
that
like,
the first
Which one, the
coffee class
treasurer?
that I
No,
did?
the
And you asked me, and I was like, I put it
policy.
on there.
I know.
gender,
Oh, the
Leo,
gender stuff.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get there.
which,
Happy to be here. No.
Yeah, and you know, considering what happens in most school districts,
Yeah. I wouldn't get to see other people anymore.
it's really impressive. It's really impressive that you open up the curricula to parents. It's impressive that parents can read a big long list of books. I'm always I got that spreadsheet and I was like, who has time to read through these?
We are simplifying that. So,
Because I was like, who has time to do this? Yeah.
That's what we say.
yeah.
Here's the thing with most of that though, as we're working through this, is, what made it so bad is that we have so many years where none of that was ever done and nobody was allowed